What's up YouTube? It's your girl Lanae and I'm back with another video. In today's video, guys, as y'all seen by the title below, I'm going to be back testing with you guys. Also, I'm going to be explaining my whiteboard in the back, like some of the books that I'm reading and currently getting ready to read. So I did just want to give y'all another video. This video was definitely long overdue. In the comments below for my last video, you guys wanted to see more content about me trading. If you are new to my channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you're not new to my channel, welcome back. Also, if you haven't seen my last video watching my IML story and my mentor, definitely go check that video out. It will be in the description box below. But with that being said, we are going to get right into this video. Alright y'all, so as y'all seen in the last clip, I did just get done back testing. I do have my whiteboard right here because I feel like my whiteboard is like one of the biggest part of me. That's why I wanted to add that in this video. Just because I struggle with being disciplined and also just seeing my goals in front of me. So I just feel like if you're that type of person where it's hard for you to like stay focused, be disciplined, follow a rule, follow your plan, whatever it is, I honestly feel like with trading, one of the best things you can do is buy yourself a whiteboard and just write down your strategies, your goals, you know, different types of stuff. So I take a picture of my board because sometimes I like to use my whiteboard to just study a little bit. So I take a picture of what I have here and sometimes I just erase it just to use the whiteboard, but also put it back once I'm done, of course. So on here, I'm not sure if it's going to show backwards on there. I don't think it would, but if it does, I got y'all. So it says news at the top. The reason why I put news is because that's part of my like trading plan. I always want to check news before like I get into any trades. I also use news to identify which pair that I'm going to trade, which I'll probably go into details a little bit later in the video. The next bulletin that I have is currency strength meter. Before I get into a trade, I always check the currency strength meter just so that way I can see how strong the pair is just by itself, and just to see if there's any like weak pairs that I compare the strong pair together with so I can day trade. So those are the two websites that I always check before I get into any trades, like literally any trades, because I use those to identify which pair I'm going to trade. All right, so yep, so once you check news and currency strength meter, or once I check news and currency strength meter, I always check the market structure, because at that point I have identified which pair I'm going to trade. And when I say check market structure on my board, to me, I always read that because I want to ask myself, is it choppy? Is it consolidated? If it's not, okay, boom, identify the trend. What is it? Is it buying or is it selling? So I just check that off my list. So after I identify the trend, I mark up my zone. Now me, I trade with Doyle. Doyle is one of my mentors, and we trade supply and demands. And so once I'm done marking up my zones, then I look for an entry. And once I find my entry, I set my stop loss and my take profit. So when I follow these steps, it just kind of keeps me on my toes and staying disciplined. So this is my trading plan. I always check news, currency strength meter, mark up my zones, identify the trades, set my SL and TP once I enter the trade. And once I do that, I'm good. And another thing I have here in red is no more than 3 trades a day. I don't like to put no more than 3 trades a day just because I don't want to try to flip my account and then I end up blowing it. So I like to take no more than 3 trades a day and just keep it at that. Another thing that I have here in green, it says the speed to success is determined by your obedience. So for me, I put that there. That's like an affirmation for me, because I feel like if I follow my trading plan and I'm doing everything that I need to do as far as when to get in the trade, identifying the trade, all that type of stuff, once I'm doing what I need to do and let the trade do what it do, whether I win or lose, at the end of the day, if I'm following my plan, then I know that I'm staying disciplined to my rules. And I always take losses as if like the market is doing what the market wants to do. And that's just what it is, because you can literally find a good setup in the market not going your favor, and that's just because it's just the market doing what the market do. I always read that so that way I can always understand, like, I don't have to try to find a trade just because I'm on the market. If there's no setup, there's just no setup. Like, I don't have to rush a trade. There's no point of doing that, because at the end of the day, the market's gonna always be there. I understand, like, you know, people want to rush out their jobs and stuff like that, but you don't want to find yourself trying to flip your account to get out your job to only put you back at square one. And then right here in blue, that's just the stuff that I like to work on when I'm not trading, like during the weekend or sometimes during the week. As y'all seen a little bit ago, I was just back testing, so that's just one of the things I have on here. Back testing, forward testing. I put chart on here. Chart kind of go hand in hand with back testing and forward testing. I just put it on there. I don't even know why, but whatever. I just always like to look at the charts and see what they're doing and stuff like that. So next on the list, it says understand higher time frame or understand time frame and why to hold. So the reason why I put that on there is because I like to back test why certain traders take a 1 to 3 or even to like a 1 to 8. But I always just put that on there just to study, just to keep, you know, just to see and try to test it out certain times. And then lastly, I put read books. So if I'm not back testing and if I'm not forward testing, looking at any charts or understanding any time frames, I want to read my book. Now lately I have not been reading my books because I've been like headstrong on back testing and forward testing, and understanding the higher time frames and why to hold. But yep, so that's my whiteboard, and this is what I do to kind of stay on my toes and be disciplined. So yeah, I'll go ahead and show y'all. Alright y'all, so I realized with me editing my video that I didn't explain this here. So I did put the links in the description box below so that way y'all can always check it out. But anytime I go on to the Forex Factory News, I always press that anytime I get on that page, just to refresh the page and making sure that I'm on the right date. Now at the top, as you can see, there are pairs already, like Euro and USD dollars put together, JBP USD dollars put together. So it's literally USD dollars put with another pair. And so that's like where I check to see like, okay, how strong the pair is. And down at the bottom, I'm gonna try to focus it, but this right here is usually a percentage right there that kind of tell you how strong that pair is. This right here is where news is. In this envelope, it will be like a gray little folder thing that's coming out of it. That's how you know like there's news. Also, if it's red or orange, you'll want to go ahead and check the news in this box. So that's just that page. This is Forex Factory News. Sorry, that's focusing in and out. Now I'll go to currency strength meter. This is always live, so you really don't have to refresh this page. But once I see the percentage on Forex Factory News to see which one is the strongest, I always look at them individually. So right here, this is a weak pair, this is a strong pair. I always like to look for pairs that got 5 bars, at least 4 to 5 bars. You want to take a weak pair and a strong pair and put them together. And that's just kind of how I do. So if I see like a good percentage on Forex Factory News, and then I see that individually is a good pair together, I'm trading. And that's how I identify which pair I'm trading. So that's just what this is. So don't mind, I don't know why the lights look like that, but so I did just want to show y'all really quick the books that I've been reading. So this book right here is one of the books that I've read. It's called Unf Yourself, and it's really good. Like, it's a book that kind of helps you to get out your head. But basically this book is really good. If you haven't read this book, I would definitely read this book, because it kind of teaches you how to get out your head, and it kind of tells you like how you do things to yourself and you don't even know that you're doing it to yourself. So this book is a definitely good book. I would say a 10 out of 10, and it's by Gary John Bishop. Now the book that I'm currently reading is called Trading in the Zone. Like, this book is a must. Like, I'm not even done with this book, but like every trader should read this book, period. Like, every trader should read this book. And I'm not even gonna say too much about it, because in this book it kind of talks about like the psychology behind trading and just understanding that the market's gonna always do what it's gonna do. Never think that it's yourself or you messed up, especially if you're doing everything correctly and you're following your trading plan. So this book is like really good. So if you haven't copped this book, get it. I got this off of Amazon and I ordered the hard copy because I don't like nothing. The next book, and now this, I started reading this book but I didn't finish because I wanted to finish my other book. I was reading them both at the same time, but I was just like, you know what, let me just focus on one book at a time. So I just stopped reading this book here, but I'm going to read this book because it is really, really good already. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and this is by Robert. I cannot pronounce his last name, so I won't be disrespectful. I'll just show y'all. But literally this book kind of talks about the perspective from two different people. So this book is really, really good. It definitely like helps teach kids how to save money, what to do with their money and investing with their money. So and I'm not gonna say kids, but just people in general. So this is definitely a good book to read. Yeah, I didn't finish it, but it definitely is good so far. Now the last book here, I haven't started this book, but it's called Be a Millionaire Next Year, Strategies to Build Your Wealth Quickly and Permanently, and it's by Michael Berg. So this book, I haven't read it just yet and I can't wait to read it, but this is probably gonna be one of the last books that I would read because I really want to read Rich Dad Poor Dad after I'm done reading Trading in the Zone. But yeah, so these are the books that I have. I'm definitely gonna get more books once I'm done reading these books, because one thing about trading, I always want to have a book to read. I feel like when it comes to money, psychology and stuff like that, definitely read you some books. Especially when it comes to trading, just read you some books. I did check on YouTube today, and Doyle dropped a YouTube video on why he doesn't trade on Wednesdays. So I actually want to watch the video because he always say he doesn't trade on Wednesdays, and you know, just because of the market. But I kind of want to hear why in detail, and I feel like the video is going to explain that. So I'm going to watch that. All right, y'all, so that concludes this video. I'm just gonna finish this video of watching Doyle explain why he don't trade on Wednesday. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Make sure y'all follow all my social medias that'll be in the description box below. If y'all see anything, or if y'all have any video ideas that y'all want me to do, just comment it down below. Like I said, I'm a part-time trader who's working to be full-time or full-time trader, so there's only so much that I can give. But if I can give y'all a video on like anything when it comes to do with trading, I'll definitely give y'all the video if it's requested, or if I have like a trading idea or a trading video for y'all. But yeah, with that being said, I will see y'all in the next video.